Right, I'm going to ask you probably 2. 3 if it's a short answer. G-Man says, given the 2 deeply disturbing reports about McMahon that were published in the Wall Street Journal and alleged atrocities cited in the Janelle Grant complaint, are you more inclined to believe that Vince McMahon played a significant role in preventing Superfly Jimmy Snuka from being charged in the death of Nancy Argentino?
I've always heard that. Made a call to McMahon, got it calmed down. But I don't even know what happened in that room. I just know a woman died. And was she thrown through the window?
No, she was...
What happened?
Believed
I remember
to have been pushed over in the bedroom they were sharing, and then she must have got like a brain bleed aneurysm, died. The accusation is that Vince McMahon had either gone to like talk to a police chief or actually walked into the police station with a big bag of money, and money was exchanged, and then Jimmy Snuka was taken out and the police basically dropped the case on him.
Well, I don't know about walking into the police station with a big bag of money. That seems a little bit much. He could have probably got him out of the police station that night and then do some negotiating back and forth. I don't know how that worked, but I do think that Vince played a role in getting Mr. Snuka off, because what was this woman's name?
Nancy Argentino.
Yep. And he was in a hotel, or she was in a hotel. Did they check in together or no? I forgot.
Yeah, they were in a relationship at the time. I think Jimmy Snuka was married as well at this point, but
well, yeah, I do think. Hey, money talks. We all know that money talks. And what's they saying? Bullshit walks.
Mm.
But I think if they made an offer to the police, I think it was, or to the DA, I think it was accepted and they didn't bring any charges. Because if she just had a brain bleed and they couldn't tell how they got it, she could have fallen. She could have got drunk and fell down if she was drinking at all. And it didn't, you got to go by the evidence. Did he hit her? Did he push her? There's no way to prove that he pushed her.
No, well, Jimmy's initial defense was that she'd gone out to take a whiz, like on a drive, and she fell over and smacked her head on a rock. And then later, he kept changing his excuse, essentially.
Where was she found? In the room?
I think so, yeah. She was. Snuka was the only suspect involved in the subsequent investigation. If you bear with me 1 second, I'll just try and find where it is. Emergency personnel arrived at the room at the George Washington Motor Lodge. They found that Jimmy Snuka's girlfriend, Nancy Argentino, had been injured. She was transported to a medical centre where she died shortly after an undetermined craniocerebral injury. The coroner's report stated that Argentino, 23, died of traumatic brain injuries consistent with a moving head striking a stationary object. Autopsy findings show Argentino had more than 24 cuts and bruises, possible sign of serious domestic abuse all over her body. And
well, that changes it a little bit.
Yes, Snuka had previous for this kind of thing, and I think other people had said that they'd seen him hit her before.
Well, they just didn't want to. They had to have had some type of motive or financial reward to not pursue it.
They might have been fans. Someone might have been a fan in the office. You never know. In the police station, and said, "No, not Jimmy. He's beloved."
No, I think it's more like some money changed hands.
When did you first?
I don't think it. Right after it happened. No. Her death right after it happened, but I heard the rumor a couple of weeks later.
Right. So I was going to ask. This isn't like an internet rumor you heard years later. You heard this at the time.
No, I heard that, he just, it was also implied that Vince, he used his influence or his money to get Snuka out of it.
Interesting.
Snuka, I think, drank a lot.
Did a lot
From
of
what
the old,
probably.
lots of it.
So
Yeah.
they could have been really sky high, and who knows what happened. I don't, but I do suspect a little foul play. But you have to prove it. You're innocent until proven guilty.